So you've probably heard this expression by now. There's 5 different love languages. Hi there, it's Dr. Syra with Therapist Thursdays. Today I want to give you a crash course on love languages. So by now you've probably heard a little something about love languages. There's a lot of information out there about it from the founder and from many other people who have kind of taken that concept and really run with it. So I want to go right back to the basics. So there's 5 basic love languages: acts of service, gift giving, words of affirmation, physical touch, and quality time. Those are the 5. And what happens is usually we have 1 or 2 kind of preferred love languages when people communicate to us using those languages, the ones that are most favorable to us, we feel very loved. So what often happens in relationship, whether it be with a relationship to a parent or a child or a spouse or a boss or a friend or a colleague, whoever, is we often speak our love language to others, and we expect them to also speak our love language back to us. And this is the fundamental flaw in communication. Because I'm speaking a language that I understand, expecting the other person to understand that language, and also expecting them to speak in that same language back to me. Now, imagine this was a case of actual language, like spoken language, right? So I'm speaking Swahili to you, and I'm expecting you to understand Swahili, and I expect you to respond to me in Swahili, but you're responding to me in Portuguese. So you're speaking Portuguese, I'm speaking Swahili. We're both feeling like we're not being understood. We're both feeling like we're not being heard. And yet neither of us gets it, that the other person doesn't get my language. They don't get it and they don't know how to speak it. So bringing that back into the context of, love languages and how we express our connection to others, think about those 5. Which of them are your favorite? So for me, it's words of affirmation is my number 1 love language, and then probably physical touch as number 2. And so when I really care about someone, when they really mean a lot to me, I write them cards, or I'll send them a loving text message, or I'll say to them, "Oh, I'm so glad you're in my life." That is not my partner's love language at all. His love language is quality time. So him and I can be sitting in a room together, not saying anything, 0 words, and he feels so close to me because we spent that time together doing something we both enjoy doing. But we weren't interacting with each other, but for him, that was quality time. So over the years, what we've learned is to accommodate each other's style. So he's learned to give me the words. I need the words. Give me the touch. Give me the touch on the shoulder, or the touch, whatever. Touch my physical self. I need to feel that. And what I've learned about him is that he actually doesn't need those things. And so me doing those things for him doesn't really do much. But what he does love is for me to be around and be not distracted, but actually be present with him in whatever it is that we're doing. So we've made those accommodations for each other, which makes us feel so much more understood and known and loved. If I continue to speak to him in my love language, he's not going to feel the way I would with that language. You get it? So what I'd like you to think about the people in your life that, your closest loved ones, your little inner circle, and try to see if you can identify what their love languages might be based on how they act and based on how they express love. I have one aunt. Her love language is absolutely gift giving. Absolutely. She loves giving gifts, and, she gets so much joy of it herself. We gave her one gift. In many, 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 many years, we finally got together as a group of cousins and we gave her a gift. And it was so profoundly touching to her that we gave her a gift, a significant gift, right? But even little gifts, she just loves them and she feels so excited when she receives gifts from us. Those other languages, nice to have, but not essential. right? So when you know the love languages of the others around you, then your communication can become that much crisper, that much more tailored and deliberate for whoever it is that you're interacting with. If I know that my sister's love language is acts of service, maybe I'll do stuff for her, and that'll help her feel loved or known, right? If I know that my boss's love language is um, words of affirmation, if I know that's how they like to feel seen and heard, maybe I'll offer that back. Now, it's a little tricky in certain contexts because, like, for example, if your boss's love language was physical touch, maybe you wouldn't maybe you wouldn't offer that. There might be some lines and some boundaries there, of course, but within reason. Kind of think about that and think about what you might be missing in the communication that your loved ones and others in your circle are trying to get through to you. So those are my thoughts on love languages and communication. Hopefully that was helpful. Please visit the channel, look around. There's some other interesting content here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.